Hincapié is the man they are after. But I suppose the question is, James, I feel like Arsenal have got so many defenders. Do they need another one?
Well, we were asking this question when they signed Christian Mosquera. Do they need another centre-back? I don't think they need another centre-back, but I think they see this as a really good market opportunity if they can get some sales in and they can get a player of his quality in the door. When you look at the options they have in every position when it comes to goalkeepers and defenders, they are so well equipped, aren't they, if there is injuries. And you've got Zinchenko there, who looks like he's most likely to leave, but he's another option at left back as well. Kiwior has done a good job for Arsenal, it feels, but Arsenal probably feel they can maybe upgrade on Kiwior, who looks close to moving to Porto, in Hincapié, who's had 4 seasons at Bayer Leverkusen as a starter in the Bundesliga. So he's done really well there. I don't think they necessarily need him, but I think when you consider the injuries that Arsenal had last season, when Gabriel missed some football, when Saliba missed football a couple of years ago, it really derailed their title ambitions. And it means that Arsenal was strong in every single area of the pitch now. Calafiori last season, we saw at the start of this season how good he's been, but there's been injury concerns for him as well. Hincapié can play as a left centre-back and as a left-back as well. And Miles Lewis-Skelly, I think that the long-term plan for him will be to play in midfield. So yes, I can understand it. I don't think it's a necessity. But I think Arsenal have looked at this and seen it as a real opportunity to get a player in who could be a really important player, not only this season, but for the years to come.
Yeah, as James mentioned, Porto are close to agreeing a deal with Arsenal to sign Kiwior. The proposal is for a loan with an obligation to buy in a package worth £26 million. It looks like Zinchenko is going to be on his way out as well. But I mean, looking at those options there, Dan, and then looking at how many games they missed through injury, maybe, like James says, they do actually need him. And when you look at, defences win you titles, don't they? Yeah,
Arsenal are leaving no stone unturned this year. They're really going for it. I think if they don't win it now, then there's going to be huge pressure on Mikel Arteta. They've backed him. They've spent a load of money. They've got every position covered. But yeah, I mean, you look back at Liverpool a couple of years ago, they lost Van Dijk for the season. They had a poor season. You look at City last year, their defence was all over the place with injuries, chopping and changing players every week. And then, again, you go back further, you look at that Chelsea team with Carvalho, Terry, Gallas. It was super powerful, super strong. So, yeah, defences do win you titles. And like I say, I think this year could be Arsenal's year if they get that signing. And to be honest, it's one out, one in. So Jakub Kiwior's going out. They're just going to replace him. So just for big money, that's the only difference.
Yeah, so that's Arsenal's defence. Now, one player who shone on the weekend is Max Dowman, 15 years old. Now, Dan, you're obviously the under-18 coach at Watford. Just first of all, with a player like Max Dowman, is it tricky when you look at him at 15 years old, playing in the Premier League, doing what he's doing? For the player, is it a tough decision whether to stay at Arsenal, to sort of stay there because he's been there for a while and he's now making a slow progress into the first team, or to already at 15 years old be looking, actually, I can go and get regular Premier League football somewhere else? Is he sort of stuck in a position where it's difficult to decide what to do you think?
No, I don't think. Look, I believe he's ready to play, but I don't think going on loan to a Premier League club now is the right option. I think staying around the group, getting game time for Arsenal, which he will, under the guidance of Mikel Arteta and the coaching staff there, probably still living at home with his parents, I believe. I think it's all set up for him just to carry on that road. It's similar to Phil Foden. They never let Phil out on loan, and in the end, he just had to bide his time. He had Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva, learning from the very best in the world. That's exactly what he's doing. So he's going to be learning from Odegaard, Eze now coming in, Declan Rice, and they're all going to look after him. It was Jack Wilshere, probably the last youngster that went on loan. He had a season at Bolton in the Premier League, if I remember. And I guess that was obviously the right move for Jack. Ended up having a fantastic career. But for Max now at 15, he's still so young. Yeah. Still so young.
God, he is so young, 15 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is. And obviously, as an under-18s coach, I suppose Max Dowman is you just know when a player is that good, they just stand out way above the rest.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to see. He would bypass, he's bypassed the 18s. I wouldn't envisage him actually playing a game for the under-18s, to be honest with you. I know he's been with the first team training for the last year or so, which is even more incredible. But now everyone's just starting to see what he is and what he's capable of. And do you know what it is? It's making Ethan Nwaneri go under the radar. It's making Lewis Skelly go under the radar. And they're still so young, but have been performing excellently. But this this kid is
from Bundesliga side Bayer Leverkusen, as Mikel Arteta looks to bolster his defensive options ahead of the upcoming season. Although negotiations are still ongoing, sources close to the player suggest that Hincapié, who is impressed in both domestic and European competitions, is eager to make the move, having long expressed a desire to compete in the Premier League. Arsenal, aware of growing interest from other top clubs, are said to be accelerating the process to avoid a bidding war, with technical director Edu playing a key role in discussions. The 22-year-old defender, known for his composure on the ball and versatility across the back line, has reportedly identified Arsenal as his preferred destination, which could significantly ease the negotiation process. While Bayer Leverkusen are reluctant to part with one of their most consistent performers, the player's ambition to join the North London club appears to be a decisive factor that could push the deal through. Should the transfer materialize, Hincapié would add depth and competition to a squad already brimming with defensive talent, potentially forming a formidable partnership with William Saliba at the heart of Arsenal's backline.